Do you have a clear sense of purpose in your life? If the answer is yes, good news, you may live longer than those who don't. That's what a recent study from UC San Diego found. Joining us now is New York Times bestselling author and the host of the Tuesday People podcast, Mitch Albom. Welcome, Mitch. So good to have you.
Nice to be here. Thank you.
All right, I love that we're talking about this. It's something I think about a lot in life now as I get older, and it's this whole concept of having a purpose that goes beyond, let's just say, having a job, making a living. This is a health show, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of times we'll talk about these topics and we'll relay it towards how it affects someone's health, but having this sense of purpose, can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, and I think it is tied into people's health. I saw it, 20 plus years ago when I sat with Maury Schwartz and ended up becoming the book Tuesdays with Maury. He was dying from ALS, and yet he had such a sense of purpose in giving to people that, he ended up becoming famous for having a purpose in life when he couldn't even move. And I've seen people read that book who have, especially when they get to like retirement age, after their job has kind of been their purpose. And it's like, well, what do I do now? I'm 58, I'm 65, I got many more years left. I don't want to just do nothing. I don't want to just golf or just have a hobby. If you already have a purpose that's going on, I think you live a much happier life.
And that greater sense of purpose is so important for mental and physical well-being. There's a lot of research that talks about that now, and it makes sense. Many patients who have depression, they're suffering from that. They don't know what their meaning or purpose is, so it's hard to get up in the morning and to be motivated to do things. Yeah. So what have you found by working with Maury and other people who have really shared what their experience has been kind of getting to that point?
Well, I'll tell you, a lot of people came to visit Maury besides me, and he was dying, and, you figure a guy's dying, he wants the conversation to be about him. After about 2 minutes, he would always flip it and start asking about them, and they'd end up crying about their love life, their divorces. And I watched this happen so many times. I said, well, I don't get it. You're the one who's dying. Why don't you want the attention coming this way? And he said to me, Mitch, why would I ever take from people like that? Taking just makes me feel more like I'm dying. Giving makes me feel like I'm living.
I love that. It's so profound. And we actually have a clip of one of those conversations.
When you have a more or less chaotic society, and it's not clear what are the real values that are deeply meaningful, then you grasp onto the major cultural values like money, status, and power. And that's what happened. Kids were confused. They didn't know what was, quote, the ethical, the good things to believe in. So they grab on to what everybody else says is good. They later find out it's not a good life. It's too empty. But by that time, it's too late. They're 20, 30 years older. They've gotten caught in a trap. They have to keep doing their business, and they're bewildered. I think probably 90% of this country is bewildered about what it is we really should be as human beings.